I know that you're sitting out there right now and you've got certain questions that you're asking yourself about your care. But one of the things I want you to really do is I want you to really sit there and think very positively about the outcome that you're going to have in the care that you're going to get. Many times when you come to see the doctor, one of the things that we have a tendency to do is dump all of our problems on the doctor. I want you to come in there with a full understanding that the more positive you're going to be about your health care, the more positive you're going to see the outcome, the better you're going to get and the faster you're going to get there. One of the things that we find and one of the things that we talk about is the positive part to getting healthy and staying well. And it's your outlook. It has a lot to do with the way that you think and a lot to do with the way that you handle the situations that you're in. Maybe something happened to you in an auto accident or a bad fall or some kind of a trauma that has got you here at the office today. But understand the doctor's going to do everything that he can to make it right for you and to help you get through this. Not only is he going to do that, but you have to help him with a positive outlook. When you go in and talk to the doctor today, think about something that's good that's happening in your life right now. Think about something that's good as far as what you want out of your life right now that's going to benefit you after you get through with the initial intensive care. One of the things that I would suggest as well is at home, much like I do at home, I have positive affirmations that I do because the biggest conversation you're going to have in any given day is the one that you have with yourself. It's that important. So what I've found is having something on your mirror or in your bedroom or an affirmation that you can sit down and talk about. I am happy, I am healthy, I am abundant, I am successful. Whatever you want it to be is up to you, but use it in the way that I used it, which is I am. Because you have to see yourself in a fourth dimensional thought. In other words, already seeing it as happening. Now, when you've seen little kids that want a bicycle or a pony or whatever it is, they've already vividly seen that pony or bicycle in their mind. They've ridden that bicycle down the roads. They see it as a beautiful red bicycle with streamers and all the tricks and buzzers and bells that might be on that bicycle. Well, what is it that you want? The first thing that you want is some good health. And the second thing that you want is to have a good, productive life. And I think that those things are all things that you have to think about on a daily basis and think yourself healthy as well as having the doctor help you become more healthy. Because in a lot of cases, it's all about the negativity. It's all about the victim mentality as to what's happening in your life. But I can tell you that you can change that in a minute. You can change that in a heartbeat by changing your mind. So when you're talking to the doctor today, talk to him about something that's positive. And when the doctor's talking to you, at the end of the conversation, ask him to say something positive back to you about something as far as you're better in your health. Going back to the affirmations are a key. You need to start thinking those thoughts and acting on those thoughts as though they are in the fourth dimension. And when we talk about the fourth dimension, we're talking about you're not even able to see it yet, but it will happen if you write it down, you start talking about it, and you start working towards it. A lot of people will say, well, doctor, I've talked in great length about things that I want. But you know what? It's not just talking about it. It's having a strategy to get to it. It's implementing that strategy. It's analyzing that strategy, and it's making it work for you. So when you look at the affirmations that you need to say to yourself, start today. Work on it for 30 days, and at the end of that 30 days, evaluate where it's taken you. Evaluate the analysis that it's given you, and analyze where you're going to go from here. Because each one of these affirmations that you have are stepping stones to the way you want to live your life. I am abundant, I am healthy, I am happy, I am successful. Just start with those four. Those four are enough to start with. Happiness is going to bring you joy in your life. Health is going to give you a much higher level of production. Success is whatever you want to consider success is. Success might be having more money, but I think success to me is being happier and healthier and being more productive. That in itself is very, very successful. You have to remember that the key to it all is you. The person that's going to make the difference is you. It starts with you and it ends with you. So when you go home tonight, after your first adjustment, I want you to think about what you saw today And as you're sitting there right now, write down 5 or 6 positive things that you need to talk to the doctor about, as well as 5 or 6 negative things that need changes. Remember one thing: little problems, little solutions. As you let these problems grow and get bigger, they are much more difficult to take care of than if you nip them in the bud right now with a solution. Don't be a problem solver. Be a solution-based person that's always looking at different ways that you're going to be able to help yourself with. Otherwise, it's going to be something that's going to be continuous, in causing you to be driven down or drugged down by the problems that you have. I know, I've heard it all. I've heard people say, oh, I tried that and it didn't work. Well, I'm here to tell you one thing. You can't just try it. You have to continue with it, and you have to put on a happy face and a smile whether you want to or whether you don't. And believe me, you're using less muscle smiling than you are frowning. So think about that. Think about what that really, really means. And at the end of the day, look back at what you did for that day. Who did you help? Who did you talk to? Who did you make a difference for? Who did you do a random act of kindness for? And who did you make happier than yourself? At the end of the day, put your head on your pillow and know that you did everything that you did that day for the right reasons, for the noble cause, and to help all of those people that are around you. Because really, that's what's important. It's all about you. It's all about what you can accomplish. And it's really going to be up to you to make that difference. So continue on, do what you do, talk to the doctor, put on a happy face, smile. When you go in there and get adjusted, relax and have great thoughts and positive thoughts that's going through your mind, because that's what you want for the outcome. I wish you the very best, and I hope that down the road you may see this conversation, or you may have this conversation again with someone else. Pass on the good news, because it's all good.